Well, he's kind of a guy who really, for him, the meaning of life is the thrill of the game. You know what I mean? But he includes all kinds of things in the game. I mean, cheating is a totally legitimate part of the game for him, and the beating that he might get if he gets caught, that's part of the game too. He understands the consequences of everything he does, and he accepts it completely. So he's he's kind of like the renegade in the piece. He's kind of the cowboy. He has his own set of rules that he lives by and totally enjoys it. No, a guy like that, you kind of just have to find his rhythms and his speech and his energy, but then it's a ball. It's fun. It's fun to operate like that guy because most of us don't have the stomach for that life. So it's fun to get to kick around like him for a while. Yeah, I don't think he thinks he owns him, but I think that Worm is important to Mike in the sense that even though by kind of always getting Mike to try to do the things they've always done together, it gets him into a lot of trouble, he is the guy in Mike's life who is saying, you know who you are and you're trying to deny it, but you shouldn't, because you are what you are and I am what I am, and what you are is great and what I am is great, but be that thing, be who you are. And I think that's a big part of what helps Mike at the end of the movie admit what his own passion is. You know what I mean? So even though he gets him into trouble, I think Worm really is kind of Mike's friend in the end. Yeah, it's like anything. It's got its own rules, and it's a game that you have to learn the rules of the game, and it's very challenging. It's like chess, and the characters, and the language, the specific terms, and the gestures and the moves and all of it. But that's the fun of acting. It's like you get to dip in and learn these things. Well, it's kind of what I was just saying. For me, the fun of it is the new experiences, kind of, and what keeps it interesting is trying to discover the details of a whole different way of being. So yeah, the variety is a big part of it for me. No, the second part of that is fair. No, you don't have to always identify with him. I mean, I don't, in the sense of, I don't live that way. I don't have that same kind of, I'm not willing to make the kind of sacrifices in some levels of security that Worm's willing to make. But that's not, if you, it's like I was saying, if you had to identify with every character you played, you couldn't play that many things. But that's the fun of it, is you can go off and explore something that's very, very different from the way you live. And so he was fun. Well, certainly. Well, each one for me has been different, and it's I'm trying to, achieve different things with each one. But so I don't know that one has been more important to me than the others. Of course, the first time you get the opportunity to do something on a big level like Primal Fear, it's a big opportunity, and it leads to other things. But every one of them has been a really new kind of a challenge for me. So fantastic. One of the biggest thrills of the whole thing. Because all of them, Malkovich, Martin Landau, Turturro. I mean, Matt and I was glad Matt was there, because sometimes when you're alone and you're working with people like that, you have to just sit there privately and think, my God, that's so exciting. But Matt and I were able to kind of just look at each other and just go, this is great. You know what I mean? This is really great. And it is, because apart from the fact that it's a thrill, like once you get past just the excitement of the opportunity to work with people who care about, what the real thrill of it is that they're so good that when you work with them, it's like when you hit tennis balls with someone who's really good, your game comes up too. Do you know what I mean? It makes the whole thing better, and those guys are all like that. They're the best. It's funny, someone asked me that the other day, if I still took classes or anything like that, and you don't, but I think when you begin to work a lot, like in anything else too, you're learning by doing, and if you're not, you can't not be learning as an actor all the time. It's inherent part of the job. It's like, and I think in film, I mean, I came out of the theater, and you're always learning new things about the relationship with the camera and the visuals and the size at which you can play things. So I hope so. I hope I'm always kind of finding out new stuff while I'm doing it.